You already understand energy, you just don't know it yet. And energy isn't woo-woo. It's a thing that you've been feeling your entire life. You just never had the word for it. Now, I was on a research call recently with a woman who's an engineer. Decades in business. I mean, we're talking decades. Highly intelligent, highly successful. And she said something to me that honestly made my whole day. She said, Anne, I don't understand half of what you do. And I want to tell you why I absolutely love hearing that. Because she didn't say she didn't believe it. She said she didn't understand it. And that is a completely different thing. Stay with me for a minute. Because by the end of the video, she will, and so you understand it. I want to tell you about a conversation I'd recently that I haven't been able to stop thinking about. I do these research calls and I go around my community and I ask people what they need, what they're struggling with, where they feel lost. And I'm going to call this beautiful woman. She was an engineer, she had a corporate America background, decades of running businesses, and sharp as a tack, very clever woman, generally one of the most impressive people I've spoken to in a long time. And about halfway through the call, she says to me, and I'm going to quote her directly here because it was so honest and so brilliant. She said, "And I don't understand half of what you do." Now, I want you to notice that she did not say she didn't believe it. She didn't say it wasn't real. She said she didn't understand it. And I thought that is one of the most important distinctions I've ever heard someone make. Because here's the thing. Most spiritual teachers, and I say this with love, would hear that and feel a wee bit deflated, like they've failed somehow. Like maybe they needed to explain themselves better or prove something. I heard it and I thought, oh, this has to be my next video because if a woman that brilliant, that experienced, and that open-minded is sitting there going, I feel something here, but I don't have the language for it, then there's thousands of people exactly like her who feel the same way. And they deserve a proper explanation. Not the crystals or the incense version, not the performance version, the real version. And that's what today is. My name's Varney, and I've been doing this work for 20 years. I've trained with some of the most extraordinary teachers on the planet, Buddhists, Rinpoches, and mountains in Nepal, shamans in mountains and islands in Peru, wisdom keepers in the States, Native Americans. I've also got a master's in psychology and 30 years of real business experience. And I can tell you this, energy is not a spiritual concept, it's a human one. And you already understand it, you just don't know it yet. And here's what most people go wrong when they hear the word energy. Their brain immediately goes to incense, angels, crystals, tarot cards, someone in a floaty dress telling you Mercury is retrograde. And look, I love all that stuff. I love all that shit. I really do. I genuinely do. And that is not what energy is. That's just some of the tools people use to work with it. And when we lead with the tools instead of the truth, you're going to lose half the room before you've even started. So let me tell you what energy actually is. Energy is information. That's it. That's the whole thing. Energy is information that the body receives, it processes and responds to constantly, automatically, whether you're aware of it or not. And here's how I know you already understand it. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately known something's happened there? There's been an argument. Something's off. The air feels different. Even if they're saying, I'm fine, I'm fine. Or even if nobody's saying a word. That's energy. Or have you ever been on the phone to someone and before they've even said anything, that they're upset? There's something in their silence, then in their voice. You just know. That's energy. Or you ever spent time with a certain person and walked away absolutely drained, like you need a 3 hour sleep and it was only a coffee? Yeah, I've seen this many times. And then spent time with someone else and felt like you've been plugged into a socket, lit up, alive, full, high vibe. That's energy. You've been reading energy your entire life. You just called it something else. You called it intuition. You called it gut feeling. You called it reading the room. You called it people skills. It's all the same thing. Energy is not mysterious. It's not otherworldly. It is the most natural human skill there is. We just stopped trusting it because nobody taught us it was real. And the thing nobody talks about in business, strategy alone doesn't explain why some people attract clients effortlessly and others push and get nothing. It's not always a funnel, and it's certainly not always the offer. Sometimes it's the energy behind it. Most times, actually. I've watched people repel clients without even realizing it. Not because the strategy was wrong, but because their energy was broadcasting something their words weren't saying. I know. I've been there myself. And this is what desperate energy sounds like. Need. If you say the word need, get it out your dictionary. Get it out. You're repelling. I need this sale. I need this client. Please buy from me. Even when none of those words are spoken, people feel it. And it makes them pull back every time. I'm part of, I call it coaching with the big boys. I just laugh about it. It's coaching with the big boys. And some of them hustle. A lot of them hustle. Yeah. I've done all that. I've done all the hustling, multiple six figures and high six figures. But also I've had burnouts with that as well. That hustle. And I ain't going back there. Yeah. So now I always look at the energy and what aligned energy sounds like. How can I help you? That's it. That's the whole thing. Not how can I get you, how can I help you? Think about, feel that energy. That single shift in energy changes everything about how a conversation lands. And I'll give you an instance of this. I was launching, I did my first launch with the Oracle Code and I got 10k followers hacked just as I was going, literally the day before going into this launch. I had a 30k target. My coach at the time said, "Do you think you'll get that?" Yeah. Now, did I think I would get it? No, did I? Hell. But there was a part of me because I knew they didn't think I was going to get it. So there was a part of me went, let's do this. How? And it was a mission. It was mission based as well, the Oracle Code. And do you know, yes, I got my goal with very little audience, but the energy was, how can I help you? And that was first and foremost. How can I help people afford it? How can I help people get on there? How can I help people show them, yeah, what was going on for them, what they were here for? It was really amazing. And then we did a 50k launch. Now, one of the times that I launched it, I went back home and my energy was off. It was way off. Went back to the UK. There was a lot of not so nice things happening. I was staying with a friend. I wasn't in a good place at all. Other things were happening in business. And I needed the client to get myself out of there. I needed it. Yeah. So what do you think happened? Complete flop. Complete flop because I was gripping it. I was needing it. Yeah. And that's the difference. So when people approach you Just tune into the energy. How can I help you? And see how the energy flows. Or are you in the state of, how can you help me? Because there's a shift in energy. And when there's attachment to the outcome, it repels the outcome. It really does. And an engineer notices, a woman with no spiritual background whatsoever, she named it perfectly. Because it's not spiritual, it's human. And humans know. Now, I want to show you something that changed everything for me and for every client I've worked with who came in saying they didn't understand energy. And we don't just have one body, we have four. And I know, stay with me on this, stay with me. So we have this physical body, yeah, the one you can see, the one that you go to the doctors when something hurts. This is where most people spend all the time, treating the symptom, the pain, the diagnosis, yeah, but never actually getting to the root. The second is the emotional body, the feelings, the grief that you haven't processed, the anger that you've been swallowing up for years, the joy you've forgotten how to feel, the disconnect. Most people are aware this exists, but they don't always know what to do with it. Yeah? And then we've got the third, is the mental body, the thoughts, the stories, the loops that keep going at 3 a.m., the same thought pattern over and over, which causes angst in the body. The beliefs that you've inherited from your family, your culture, and your childhood that are still running your life today, whether you know it or not. The fourth is the spiritual body. And the spiritual body has all your soul contracts, your karmic contracts, your ancestral contracts. How connected are you? Are you disconnected? Are you bypassing? This is the one they call the woo-woo. But here's what I know after 20 years of working in this field. This is where everything starts, long before something shows up in your physical body. It's in your energetic bodies first. Long before the relationship breaks down, there was a shift in energy between those two people first. Long before a business stalls, there was something in the energetic field of the person running it that stopped the flow. I remember the bridal design for a few years before. I used to feel like I had an actual noose around my neck and a ball and chain in my ankle. That's how I used to feel walking to my work every day. Energy. No wonder they went to bankruptcy. We're so conditioned to wait until something shows up physically before we pay attention. But what if you could catch it earlier? What if you could learn to read those signals? The ones that your body's been sending you your whole life, and actually do something about them. That's what working with energy actually is. Not crystals, even though I love crystals. Not incense, awareness. Early, honest, deeply practical awareness. Now, I want you to do something right now. You don't need to do anything for this. No equipment, no spiritual background, no crystals, I promise you. I want you to think of two people in your life. The first one, the one who drains you, who triggers you. You know it is instantly, they'll come in. You didn't have to think very hard about them. You just thought of them. And something in your body went, ugh. Notice that. Notice where you felt it. Was it your chest, stomach, shoulders? Did your energy contract? Did something in you pull back or brace itself? That's your body reading energy in real time, right? Now think of the second person. Someone who really energizes you. Someone who When you see their name on your phone, you light up. You're so excited. And when you leave them, you feel more like yourself than when you arrived. Think of it. Notice that too. Notice, did something open up? Did something relax? Did you get that? Ah, something and you just said yes. You just did an energy reading without a single tool, without a single piece of spiritual language. You just listened to what your body already knows. And this is where it starts, not with a course, not with a certification, although you can get a lot more advanced energy practices with that. But with this, the willingness to pay attention to what you've already been feeling your whole life. This is the foundation of every single thing that I teach. And it's available to every single person watching this. Whether you've been on a spiritual path for 20 years or you think the whole thing is a load of nonsense. The body doesn't lie, it never has. We just stop listening. So you already understand energy. You always have. You just need someone to give you the language of what you've been experiencing your whole life. And here's what I'd love you to do. Come and join us in the Spiritual Awakening Academy. It's a free community, it's over in school, a place where this conversation continues, where logical people and spiritual people and everyone in between comes to figure out how all this actually works. We have healthcare practitioners in there, coaches, healers, light workers, business people in real life. You'll see how it works in real life, in business, and in the body. Links down below. And if this video lit something up in you, or if some part of you went, oh, I want to understand that at a much deeper level, then come and look at the Oracle code. That's where we go all the way in, where we work with these four energy bodies properly, where we decode the patterns that have been running your life and we change them. We've got quite a few nurses on that program. Both links are below. And if you need something in between, we've also got that in the Spiritual Awakening Academy, where we show how to work with energy, symbols, and what have you. Amen.